I don't have the people in front of me. I want to see
video
it.
Didn't start.
There is a new trend.
I'm trying to start
Who's seen this trend? I don't have the people in front of me. I want to see it.
Looks fine.
Who saw this trend where young people are marrying their best friends in a non-sexual lifelong commitment? Who's seen this? New York Times just reported one couple said they sleep in the same bed but will never touch each other. My question is, how's this different?
Oh, no.
Except being best friends part sounds like marriage to me. Marriage. We like to joke.
1,000 Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
Hey, Joe Marlotti. Yeah.
Jazz
so you
hand.
saw the whole video? You saw the whole video?
I saw you doing comedy. That's what I saw.
No, I know, but the video, I didn't see the first part of it. I think maybe people didn't see it either, was that best friends are now getting married.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm echoing. By the way, everybody, I'm on a cruise ship just north of South America. That's why we're going to have trouble here today. And Joe is on Mars, so it's going to be.
I'm not. I'm at the art museum. That's Monet behind me. Good Lord, aren't you? You don't have any culture at all.
And Donna Wilburn on cue shows up 5 minutes late with her hair like she just had sex with a group of people.
I think it looks fantastic. You look wild, Donna.
It does look fantastic. You are. Can we hear you, Donna?
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Yes, we can. Okay, good. Yes. So I was just explaining that I'm on a cruise ship just north of South America. Joe is in an art museum, and you just finished doing something. So the video I played, which you missed, Donna, the video I played that you missed, it was a joke I did about in New York, best friends are now getting married, and it's happening around the country. People who are best friends are now getting married because they want the benefits of marriage, even though they're not going to have sex. They sleep in the same bed, they have no sex, they sleep with other people. And I just wondered how that, and the joke was, of course, that's exactly what marriage is like anyway. You don't have sex and you're best friends, except for the best friends part. So what do we think? What do we think of this as far as a marriage goes?
I think it's an interesting fad, and probably has happened like over time in different cultures that you're marrying someone more to be a friend and not really a sexual relationship. I can't say it's like super original, but I think someone's going to get attracted to someone in the future, and it might not be their partner. And then what do you do?
Well,
these are usually same-sex couples, like two women who are best friends. But what they do, they date all the time. They have sex all the time. They've just committed to not get married to somebody else, because what they want from the marriage especially is someone who can make decisions for them if they're sick, someone who can, have, all those things you get from marriage, but they still they want to bone, and they're usually not gay. They usually want to sleep with men, but they don't want to have that kind of a relationship with man that they have with their best friend.
So are they abusing the institution of marriage for legal reasons? Is that what you're saying?
If you want to say that, but aren't a lot of people abusing marriage for the same kinds of reasons?
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess finally people who are best friends are going, wait a minute, this whole contract of marriage could be advantageous to us, and we don't really have to act like we're married, or even really, we can just do whatever the hell we want. So I see what they're doing. Yeah. I know somebody who just got married recently strictly for insurance purposes. You know, some people get married so they can get their green card. You know, I mean, there's all sorts of reasons why people get married. So is this really different?
Illegal.
What's that?
The green card one's illegal, though. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Hey, one of the questions I got is something like this. I got 3 questions. So one of the questions I got is something like that. So yeah, I'm not against it, but if one of them does meet a guy and then suddenly falls in love and wants to get married, is that divorce going to be as hard as any other divorce you've had?
That's a good question.
Maybe that's part of the, maybe they should have a premarital contract of some sort, like just to cover that. Yeah.
I bet you that's part of it, Don. I bet you they do that. I bet you they're like, that's like, okay, we're going to get married so that we can enjoy the legal benefits of it. And then once one of us decides to, you know, fall in love and get married, then the other one can just quick divorce. I'm sure that's how it goes.
Right.
Wow. Love isn't a reason much anymore. I don't know about much.
Elena, that's so hard.
Oh, that's so harsh.
That's very harsh. Gosh, come on, let's have some hope today. Let's be hopeful. It's a beautiful day out where I am.
Oh,
I'm sure it's
an alternate universe in my drink.
Oh, this is great. Brad's been drinking on the ship, and that's really the only way you can survive.
And there's an alternate universe inside my drink. It's a train station, so an alley somewhere. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's an alternate universe where best friends get married.
That's right. No, that's the real universe. It's the alternate universe where Elena finds real love. I think that's what it is. So, well, welcome. Hey, everybody, it's nice to see you. And by the way, Donna, what happens when a best friend couple comes to talk to you about their marriage and what's going on?
I have not really had that. I have to say, out of all the years I've been doing this, I haven't had a marriage of convenience couple come in to work on anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
so maybe it works.
Maybe it's better.
You know, maybe my wife and I should get divorced so that we can marry our best friends. The problem is we're our best friends. So that'd be silly. That'd be stupid.
You're best friends with your wife.
We are.
That is so beautiful. I don't agree. I'd say people are lying when they say that. When people say they're best friends and then the guy has a man cave and goes hunting with a bunch of jerks all the time and she hates it, I say they're not best friends in any way at all.
That's not the situation that I'm referring to. My wife and I we have no other friends, and that's part of the problem.
Oh, it's not best friend. It's only.
Only. Thank you. Perfect. Yes.
You know, now I would say my wife's my best friend. I think I've said this before. My wife is my best friend. I have no other friends. I'm not in her top 10 best friends. She's got 20 best friends.
That sometimes happens in friend relationships. You think you're best friends, and they're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I had to do that.
No, I know I'm not my wife's best friend in any way.
Yeah. I remember when I had a friend of mine, one of my good friends when we were younger, actually asked me to be the best man at his wedding. And I said, I'd be honored. By the way, you're not my best friend, so I'm going to have another best man at my wedding. So that was kind of awkward. But so I was an usher.
Did you tell him that before you were in his wedding or after?
Well, I wanted to get the free stuff and everything. You know, it's a free dinner, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. You have to dress up.
I need to stop right now and ask you a question. Joe.
Yes.
So this guy totally expected to be the best man at your wedding.
No, he did not. As a matter of fact, we were all very good friends and he understood perfectly.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It sounds like Joe had a disclaimer. I will accept your offer, although I will not offer you the same offer.
It's kind of what it was. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think what I said was speak to my lawyer, which was another awkward situation.
I think Brad's been frozen and hasn't heard this whole
Brad's been drinking Mountain Dew and he's on a cruise ship. There's a chance that this show, we might just have to carry this whole show, Donna, and I don't have any questions or anything set up.
But you're married. You can't come up with a question. You think
I actually did get one question, and I told Brad that I had one question. Yeah, I asked a bunch of people for questions, and I didn't get many. I got one, and it is the most horrible question ever. It was from a friend who was trying to be funny, and I was like, that is not funny, and we're not going to use it. So It is not funny, and it is not a question that anybody wants to deal with, but we may have to tackle it. Did you come up with any questions this week, Donna?
I actually even reached out on Facebook, and no one had any questions. Are they afraid of my answer?
I don't know. You are pretty honest, and I think some people are really afraid of honesty these days.
I do have a trend that I've been sharing with clients. There is this guy on TikTok who is he's a narcissist. He's been diagnosed a narcissist. He is really honest about it. He is in treatment. Hi, we're
Brad's back and he looks better.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Were you guys on the entire time I was gone?
Yes, and we've been carrying the show, Brad. So why don't you take a back seat while we finish our train of thought?
We're just doing our
thing. Wait a minute. No, I need to know this. You guys were on the entire time, so it didn't cut you off. It just cut me off.
Well, it didn't cut us off to each other.
No, we were talking to each other.
No, you were still streaming. Okay, that's great, because I thought it cut the whole show off.
No, because the show's still going up in the corner and says it's been live for 10 minutes, of which you've been on
for about 7.
It was even
going better. Yeah, it was even going better.
It was actually. Donna and I were doing great. I think our listeners should probably go ahead and tell us if they liked it better with you gone. And that's...
Oh, here's someone has a question.
By the way, here's something to discuss.
Oh, this is a good one.
That is a good one.
And now we know who asked it, which is completely wrong. That is wrong to have to put that person's name on there. So get him off. Get him off.
I think Rodney's okay with that.
Okay, is he okay with that?
For a friend, not for himself. It's for a friend.
Sure it is.
Totally relates not to his story at all.
Right.
Just
so does bipolar
mean,
right? Does bipolar mean somebody who's traveled to the North Pole and the South Pole?
Yes. Yeah,
okay. Well, I see nothing wrong with that. Then
that is, you must be mentally ill if you've traveled to both poles.
Good point. So, I think that's a very good question. Don't you?
It's a good question, because that question can also apply to borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder.
Which brings us right back to what Donna and I were talking about while Brad was gone. Back to what you were saying about narcissism.
Forget about that.
Yeah.
So there's a guy on TikTok who is a narcissist, and he's in treatment. He talks to his therapist, but he shares what it's like in the narcissist's head. And I'm surprised he's still married. Okay, like he is married, and his wife must be one tough cookie to handle this guy. But it's really enlightening to hear what it's like, honestly, in a narcissistic person's head. Wow. And so I share his TikTok, and I commented, I'm like, I share this with a lot of my clients. Like, I'm like, look at this. It kind of makes it funny, but so back in that question, personality disorders or bipolar or schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder, is it possible? Yes. It's possible if they own it and treat it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Then it's possible.
Yeah. And I think that's a big problem with, for a lot of personality disorders, the problem, like you said, Donna, is owning it. Some people are just not self-aware at all. And especially narcissists. I can't believe this person is aware of who he is and is willing to share that. That's pretty odd in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. That's what makes it unique on there, is that that is not a common thing of someone with that disorder saying, I have this disorder.
Yeah.
And I'm trying.
I get that totally because I'm so great and no one seems to figure that out. I don't get it. How amazingly wonderful I am, and no one else can just see it. I don't know what the hell's going on with these people. It's terrible. So.
I know.
Perhaps you should run for office. So anyway.
All right, I've got 3 questions.
There are great treatments for bipolar disorder, and I know bipolar people who are the most lovely people in the world. And so like you said, own it and treat it. Thank you, Donna. First question done. Check.
Oh, now, genius. On a serious point about that, dual personalities is a especially important one to work on and talk about. I've had people I've known that have been dealing with someone with that, and that the personalities know who they are, and that they can deal, and that they're not just changing willy-nilly, and that they can and getting that treated is so important, because that can go off the rails so fast when you don't know who you're talking to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
and you can push the
buttons. Are you ready
of
for a question?
personality.
Yes, we have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and you can ask which one. I need to talk to the other one right now. This one's not doing it for me right now. So, okay, you're gonna love this. I've been married twice. Both husbands died. I'm getting married again. Whom will I spend eternity with in heaven?
That's the best question ever. That's the best question ever. And that's a good one.
Wait. Is the question about the next husband, or is the question about which of these three husbands gets to be in heaven with me?
Yeah.
Which of the three husbands, when I die, will I be spending eternity with?
It's a good question. I think we're going to have to break it down. Let's start with number one. Is she going to murder this next husband? Is the question.
And then that means she's going.
She's going. The third one. She won't be in heaven, so that's a moot point.
Will the third one eat the mushrooms like the first two? Yes. That's...
Right. Okay. Now, the second question is, if she thinks she is going to heaven, are all three of these men going to be in heaven as well? Or can we go ahead and start whittling it down a little bit?
Right, narrow down the playing field. That one ain't going to make it. That one ain't going to make it.
Right, yeah.
Are any of them going to be there? She going to have to meet someone new?
We're going to need a little bit more information on that, yeah. And secondly is what is your concept of heaven? Are you going to be spending, could you be spending it with all three of them? Why not?
And don't you have a choice? Like, what if you don't want to spend it with any of them?
Yeah, I mean, what's your concept of heaven? What if you only spend it with the one you love the most?
Yeah, I think there's a choice in the matter, or it's like it could be all three if it's great. But I think like it wouldn't be heaven if you don't like spending time with that person. So then that's not heaven.
Yeah, spending eternity with your spouse. Yeah, that's not heaven for a lot of people. Yeah.
Well, and were they married before? And are there other wives that are going to be there too?
Right. What if they want to spend time with their exes? This is like a Christopher Nolan movie. I don't know. I don't. Too many levels.
That is complicated.
It is.
Well, I think if this question is serious, they need to reevaluate their idea of what heaven is going to be like. And that maybe that kind of childlike Sunday school version is probably not exactly what's going to be in your future. That it's not there. Do they expect her husbands to be waiting there for her? They've been sitting in heaven just waiting for her to die so they can be there at the gates with Jesus. You know what I mean? I just don't.
Right.
I don't know
what
if
if
that's
we
even
found somebody new?
way.
They're like, I'm hanging with this one.
I think they should have. I think it depends, like I said, on your view of heaven. But if you get up there and they're all three up there, then I think they should have some sort of battle to find out which one gets to spend eternity with her. I mean, it's like maybe like a cage match, jousting.
One of these dudes has been up there like 30 freaking years. Yeah. One of these guys been up there 30 years. He hasn't found somebody else. He hasn't been like, oh, hey, I've been dating you in heaven, Sheila, but now Joanne's here and I'm stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the whole concept makes me nuts.
What if they don't even know? What if they don't even know about the other guy? What if the first guy up there doesn't know that she's married 2 more times, and then by the time she gets up there, she has to pick one, and he's like, whoa, what do you mean pick one? How many times did you get married, Sheila?
Well, and how much has he changed in 30 years up there?
I don't think you age in heaven.
How much has he changed in heaven in 30 years?
You don't age in heaven. It's eternal.
And he may have. That's right. Yeah. But you don't know. I hope you grow. Oh my God, there's going to be nothing worse than going to heaven and being the same for eternity. I just can't.
Well, if you go to heaven, wouldn't you be the best version of yourself? I mean,
is it like prime age? Your prime?
Yes. Well, I was never that good. I'm hoping for more. I'm hoping for more.
You want to be like buff? You want to look like George Clooney in heaven? You're like,
who are they? Boy, I think the short answer is whoever you love. I don't know. That's a tough one. Wouldn't you want to spend heaven with? Wouldn't you want to be? I get in heaven. They wouldn't have the same rules here, which means there's no such thing as you can have polygamy in heaven, right? You can be married to 400 people. Heck, in some religions, you get how many virgins when you get up there? I mean, come on,
1,000 virgins or something thrown at you.
Yeah. So
what's your wife going to do then?
You get whatever you want in heaven. All right. You can have one. You can have one. You can have all three of your husbands wait on you hand and foot if you want. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
And I guess the other question is, what if this husband dies and she marries again? Man, this woman is going to cause a lot of trouble in heaven.
Yeah.
She's going to bring in the heavenly Jerry
Springer. Nice retirement for her. That's right. Yeah, they'll be fighting for her. All right. Well, that's fun. Now, on another note, my fiance has invited her ex-husband to our wedding. She is from a foreign country, speaking of green cards, and he is flying over from that date, was married to this guy in the foreign country, now marrying this guy in America, flying him over to go to the wedding. And the fiance, the guy, this is the guy saying his new wife that he's going to marry wants to fly over the ex-husband from the foreign country to be at the wedding. Is there something sketchy about this?
This sounds a little fishy to me.
Yep.
A little sketchy.
It sounds a lot of fishy. Now, does the question say that she is flying him over, like she's paying for him to come to their wedding?
No, I just threw that in. No, he's coming over.
He's coming over from another country.
Come over for the wedding. But why does this guy want to come over for the wedding, even if he's paying for it? And it's her ex. Why would she want him unless she's actually a hooker and they're about to take this guy for everything?
No, that's just that. No, you can't do that, Brad.
It's a long conspiracy plan.
Jeez, that's a
hey, that happens all the time. Foreign bride comes over here, gonna marry this guy. Oh, my ex wants to come over from the Ukraine. What?
She's got to have a reason. Like, there's got to be something she told this guy. Like, he'll have to say why, and then she would say, "'Cause this." What is the reason that we're missing a big piece of this? It could be like,
again, all I get was the question. I didn't get it.
Yes, and regardless of where the heck he's coming from or whatever, having your ex-husband at your wedding is somewhat unorthodox, isn't it?
The only thing I'm thinking why it could be a valid reason is that he has the children.
Yes, kids. Their kids involved.
With him, so they can attend the wedding.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They would have put that in. That's something you would put in. You would put in, and he's bringing the children, and she's left her country to come marry this guy in America, and she has kids back there.
That happens.
I don't see
that happens a lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot because in other countries, the mom has they can lose their kids really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of rights. They don't have a lot of power. And the dads get full custody of kids.
Right. Did she just fly in from Kabul?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe she just came in and didn't bring the ex, and now she's getting married and bring them all in.
That's one way.
Like a really crowded plane with
whatever. Literally, if that's the case, cool. Whatever it takes, let's get them out. So, I don't know about this though. That's really strange because maybe that's part of her culture where she lives. I don't know. I don't know much.
I'm not seeing any of this. I'm seeing
pretty weird marital culture.
This guy's a sucker. That's all I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm thinking the foreign guy is not going to go back.
Yeah,
not going to go back. And she is going to get married to this new guy, and they're just going to suck every nickel out of this guy.
Well, you know what? There is another option. That he has to fly here in order for them to officially be divorced. They have to go to the embassy together and both have to sign the paper.
There you go. There might be an actual reason there. That is a legitimate reason.
She cannot be officially married here
that
unless they're
be
officially divorced.
There you go. Yeah. That's probably good. That's an actually great answer.
Let's hope to God that's the reason.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
That's almost like we solved the problem there. Yeah.
Let them follow up with you. Like,
yeah,
are you okay?
Let's find out get back to those people and then get back to us.
By the way, I'm on the Carnival Horizon where Joe just left and they still miss him.
That's
great show.
Where's Joe?
Yes.
Brad followed me onto the same ship.
Cruisers every week, so I'm not sure how many. Jersey Mike,
but he got the good cabin. He's in what we call the Harry Potter room.
I heard
he
has a fancy one.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe, you had to stay in a crew cabin?
I was right around the corner from you. I was in 575. You're in a guest cabin? Oh, shut up, Brad. Just do your show.
No. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Joe, listen to me.
I know.
Here's the mistake you made. The other comics in the crew cabins, this crew's second day, went to the ED and said, could we please have passenger cabins? They put them in double bathroom bathtub cabins, full passenger cabins, both of them for the entire 2 cruises.
What about you?
All they did was ask for a cabin, and they got it.
Are you in a guest cabin or a crew cabin?
Yeah, I'm in a guest cabin.
I hate you.
Passenger cabin.
I hate all.
Well,
man, I stayed in the.
You need to be a little more assertive, Joe.
I did ask. I said, "Are we in?" Here's what literally happened. I went on. I said, I looked at my thing and I said, "Aren't we in guest cabins?" And here's what the MSA said. He looked at me and went, "Ha ha ha ha."
But you didn't go. You didn't go to the entertainment director, who moved him immediately. I've always
the entertainment director is. I know who the entertainment director is, and he would have laughed at me too.
No, he didn't laugh at them. He immediately gave them passenger cabins.
All right, we'll talk about this later. Let's get back to our show.
One from the cruise, and then I'm going to try to open up this quiz. We are on a cruise. A couple we will never see again asked us to swing with them. My husband is in and says, since we will not see them after this cruise, it is not a big deal. Should I do it?
What does having to see them ever again have to do with it? Why was that such an important thing?
No, it has a lot. It has a lot. Think about it, Joe. You're in St. Louis. You swing with a couple up the road.
Yeah.
And somebody doesn't like it. Somebody hates it. Your life is changed forever.
Yeah.
You do it on a ship. You go home. You don't even know where these people are from. No way to contact them. Then it's a thing that happened in your past.
Yeah. Whatever happens on a cruise ship stays on a cruise ship.
So Joe is going to do it.
You still have to see them naked. I don't want to see them naked. No.
Yeah, hey, man, if you want to do it. Whatever. I mean, it's up to you.
I don't think she does. I think your husband does. And he's pushing her with the concept of, oh, it's okay because we won't see them again.
Right.
And she should say, no, this isn't.
If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
Don't do it just because he wants to do it.
Right.
If you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable. To know.
I have a feeling though he's pressuring her. Is what I'm saying.
Well, and you can't have that in a relationship, because my wife has been pressuring me to get a job, and it's really been some stress.
Yeah,
that's so bad of her. She's so
bad. That's a very
terrible.
Yeah.
But you've got a job. Hey, can you see that?
Are you sexually compatible? Yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I wondered if it came up. Okay.
Good.
I because it's weird how it's not letting me move it. It's weird on this ship. Okay.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of things going on the ship with their firewall and whatnot that's going to make it very hard for you to do this little thing here.
Look at the reputable source that Brad used.
Yeah, Men's Journal.
Men's Journal. So
that's the favorite magazine.
So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Let's work this well. Okay.
By the way, Men's Journal is
the
favorite magazine of the new ruling party in Afghanistan now. So go ahead.
Men's only journal.
Men's only.
I won't be able to see you guys. Tell me if you can see it go by. Is it working?
Yeah, it's great. We got it. It's working. It's fabulous, Brad.
Was seeing your partner lust at first sight?
Okay, so the question is, was there an immediate attraction? Not really, but you became more attractive. C, I'm still figuring out how attracted I am.
I am to her.
So we have to answer this as our own, because this is not. This is just like there's no like right answer, wrong answer on this. Yeah, I will say straight up, yes, there was an immediate attraction, and I thought she was gorgeous because, well, she's a model. So yes, she's fantastic. She's a beautiful woman. My wife was a model. She appeared on the network television shows modeling swimwear and whatnot. She was
that.
I tell you, comedians always marry up. We're just anyway. Yeah. So yes, my wife was a model, and so yes, there was an immediate attraction on my part. What I didn't know was how she felt until she actually made overtones to me about 6 months later. So I know there was an immediate attraction on my part. It might have been slow on her part, once my award-winning personality shone through.
Mine is yes, definitely there was physical attraction. He has a hot bod. Like he's a,
Now, I was going to answer for Donna. I was going to answer for her that she was in before he even could get in the room. She was already ready to go.
What Brad
she
thinks
was already.
I don't know.
I think of Donna. Whenever I think of that, I think of Donna and her just being like,
very high esteem, Donna. Brad is.
Yeah.
Brad, I don't know. Brad's got some issues.
Her husband was like,
I'm the ex-stripper who like rolls around with groups of people to do my hair.
So Brad, what about you? How did you feel? Was it lust at first sight with you?
It was okay. Two things. I've said this often. I talk my act. When I met my wife, I thought, yeah, I want to sleep with that. She is so cute and hot. But it took me 2 years for that depth of love for that. But the lust was there. She was rarely in my life is anybody truly attracted to me. But when they are, they really are. And she was. It was like, matter of fact, my wife has been in situations where she was with other men who resembled me, and she was oddly attracted to them. And she had a friend of hers say, "Why are you acting so giddy?" And she goes, "I just realized it. That guy is a lot like your husband." So she was in immediately. So, the lust was there for me because I'm a lusty fella.
You're a lusty fellow. Okay. Moving on.
I like this one.
Ooh, we don't see it yet.
There it is.
Okay.
Does she like how you smell?
I thought because I was hearing Brad talk, does she like how you're small?
Oh, well, my wife, the answer would be yes.
My wife bought me a cover. So she bought me an extension.
Does she like how you smell? That's interesting. I would say I have no idea. She's mentioned every once in a while when I do put on good smell that I smell good, but my natural smell, I don't know.
Does she not say anything?
I don't think she's into my natural smell. I think she's into when I do smell good, she really likes it, and when I don't, she really hates it.
My wife has never.
You should ask your wives.
You know what? That's a good question. I am going to bring this up with my wife later on.
You should ask your wives because I am telling you, and I have ADD, so I'm very sensory perception, a lot. I love how my husband smells.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. I love how my wife smells. And I do. And I can smell her, and I like to snuggle and I do, honestly. But I don't know if she feels the same way about me. And I don't know if I've told her.
She does. I think you'd be surprised how she may enjoy your
smell. I hear about it all the time. I know every time I smell good and every time I don't smell good. I know it. I'm told.
Get a report.
I think my wife, if I ask her this.
And it's 2 pages, single-spaced.
Yes. If I asked this question of my wife, if I said, "Do you like how I smell?" the answer I know 100% would be, "You mean when you're farting or when you're not farting?" That would be, that'd be.
Yeah, it's not then. No, that's not what we're talking about.
No, I wouldn't think so, but that's where it's
how
got.
Well do you get along outside the bedroom? How well do you get along outside the bedroom? I haven't talked to her outside the bedroom yet. So
I'm hoping you guys, after all this time, there's some getting along outside the bedroom, or that would be a weird relationship.
Actually, that's where we get along the best. We sleep in separate beds. So, well, yeah, I'm kidding about that. But what if you do? What if you sleep in separate beds? What kind of answer would that be?
That'd be how you get along outside the bedroom.
Yeah, we get along very well outside of the bedroom. Yeah.
So,
we don't have much in common, but sex is great. That is just sad to think about.
Yeah, that would not be a long-term relationship.
I was going to say that could only last so
look
long.
At this. Joe, number 4's got to piss you off. Read number 4.
What goes through your mind when you're having sex?
Well, what goes through you mind?
What goes through your mind?
What goes through your mind when you're having sex?
Well,
what goes through my mind is that my ex is coming from Bulgaria to come to my wedding.
What goes through your mind?
What goes through your mind? You mind.
Very funny. What goes through your mind?
God.
I'm good at it, I'm not good at it.
Okay, questions. The answers are: I am so lost in the moment, I don't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty focused when we're having sex. I'm sorry, but
focused on
sex.
I've got work to do, baby. I've got work to do when it comes to sex.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. I am in the moment. I mean, that's what you should be, right? You should be in the moment.
Then that's A, right? I'm so in the moment that I.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm lost in the moment.
I think I'm more like B.
My mind drifts off at random.
Yeah, if there's one between A and B, I'm like kind of between A and B.
Yeah.
But who's thinking his other stuff and still having sex at the same time?
Exactly.
Not anymore. Back when I was 20, I had to think of other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the sex was over.
Yeah. What goes through your mind when you're having sex? I'll be honest. One of the things is am I doing this right? That's something that I think probably.
You know what?
You should know by now how to do this.
No. After 30 years, you know what goes through my mind while I'm having sex?
What's that?
Oh my God, I'm having sex. Oh my God, I'm having sex. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I'm having sex.
Yes.
I'm having sex. I can't believe it. Still.
Well, you're right.
30 years later.
At this age, we think different things. Like, I hope I don't cramp up.
Yes. Now, right. Yeah. Now it's more like, I can't stay in this position for another minute. We got to move, or it's all over. All right. Is she as passionate as you are? I don't know. The snoring doesn't give me any indication.
And this would change too.
I don't wake her up to ask.
The second 10 years, the third 10 years.
Right. And this, of course, it goes different. Yeah. So what I like, though, is that as I've gone through this, I've noticed that they're assigning points for answers.
Yeah, and look at this one gets none.
There's only one answer in this one that gets any points at all.
The same or it's over.
Yeah, you have to be even, or you might as well not even be taking this. So, yeah, I think there's definitely different levels of passion. Yeah.
Okay. So here's something honest. I believe my wife is more passionate now than, not right in the beginning, but after a while when we were younger, because we were kind of doing it more and it was just like we're doing sex. Now, every time is very passionate. We really are wanting to do it every time. It's not like we're just zipping it in on a break. You know what I mean? So I find her more passionate now than before, not less.
I think the answer to this question is she as passionate as you are. My follow-up question is about what? Sex. I'm guessing sex. Oh, okay. All right, great. Yeah.
It's are you sexually compatible is the quiz, Joe.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
Look at sentence number 2 in this response. So I think I know Tiger DeVore, who is a psychologist, a sex therapist. Like, I feel like I've come across him somewhere. But it says, where's that?
The question is, how comfortable are you discussing what you like in bed?
Oh, I was still in question 5.
Terrified.
You were still in question 5.
Hold on.
Can we back up, Brad?
The second sentence in the response of question 5 explains a lot of why females' passion and desire changes once they hit about 40 years old. Not to mention it's like hormonal, but their self-consciousness goes down and they don't care. So where it says here, and this is so true, as many women feel the need to hold back in bed due to pressure to not come off as slutty, that we are programmed that that's bad to be sexual. And so after a certain amount of time, you get to be 40, you're like, what the heck? That ain't bad. I'm with this guy. Like, who cares? And then like all bets are off and you're like, I'll do whatever I want to do. And then passion can be more intensified because of that.
Yeah.
And this happens a lot. A lot.
Yeah, we're swinging. We got the swing set up. We got the, the cameras. We got the things coming out of the walls. You're right. We have totally gone slutty.
Things coming out of the walls.
You're not afraid someone thinks you're a slut?
Yeah, no, I've totally gotten over the slutty thing.
I never really thought that was an issue anyway. So
yeah.
We are not terrified of saying what we want in bed.
How come guys aren't afraid of being slutty?
I don't know. Yeah, it's that's cultural bullcrap. My wife. I think my wife got over that once I started pimping. Okay, next. Move on.
That's true. Which is why Joe did so well in the pandemic.
Good second set of skills there.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
Do what you gotta do.
All right.
How comfortable are you discussing? How comfortable are you discussing what you like in bed? I'm like really comfortable.
Yeah, I go there. She's not. My wife isn't quite. Well, I shouldn't tell these things, but I think she's probably not as open as I am because she's just not that kind of a person. She's not a real. I talk too much. Let's put it that way, and she can't get away with it. Yeah.
My wife is very uncomfortable with me talking what we're like in bed at dinner parties.
Oh, there you go.
Or on like live video streams.
Right.
She hates this show. My wife cannot stand this show. She will never listen to a minute of this because she knows we talk about this. And no matter how open we are in the bedroom, she is not happy that this show happens.
One day someone's going to come up to you and they're going to talk to your wife and like, so I hear you.
One of these days
right now. Like, yes,
once we get more than 6 listeners. I
love this next one. How well do you fit together anatomically? How well do you fit together anatomically? I'm a square peg. She's a round hole. It just doesn't work.
How well do you fit together anatomically? Oh, I got to see the answers on this one.
I think they only need one anatomical organ.
Yeah.
I was going to say there are some anatomical parts that she says we don't fit at all. So there's no
don't
fitting.
Even try.
Don't even try. Don't even go there. We're either uncomfortable or in pain.
Yeah, that's the best one. We're either uncomfortable. You should get negative points if you answer that one.
Yes, right? You should. Well, you're done with the quiz if that's your answer. That's all. Stop the quiz.
We're either uncomfortable or in pain, but we keep trying.
Yeah, it hurts every time. It's hurt for years.
It's been miserable, but we love sex.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh God, that's terrible. That's funny.
Terrible.
What does this say? But there is one situation that can be a deal breaker: a penis that's too big.
Yep, not a problem in our house.
You know how big that would have to be too big? Do you know what comes out of there?
Yeah, I've heard that millions of times.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd have to have. Yeah,
that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
I'm sure it's a thing, though. I mean, there are people that are really big, but maybe. I don't know.
And there are women who are really small. So who knows? Right.
That's true.
I once heard a woman describe a man as a Coke can. So
yeah,
can.
that's
oh my God.
Yeah, that's good.
It was Coke Zero though, so it was okay. No calories.
Very nice. Good one, Brad.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay.
How often is she in the mood at the same time as you?
That one, not so much.
Yeah, I was going to say, when we have sex, she's in the mood the same time as me because we only have sex when she wants to, and I'm always in the mood.
And I'll be in the I'm always in the mood for sex.
So it's always.
Yeah.
Every time.
Some days work out better than others. We always want to be busy. Yeah. What about D? Is there a D in this one? Because none of those really fit.
What would D be?
D would be like.
Well, my D's really big, so I don't know. Sometimes it hurts. So my.
She's only in the mood when her ex-husband is coming over from
for the wedding.
Yeah.
She's in the mood, only in the mood on a cruise when there's Okay, last question. We got to end this show. I'm spending 22 cents a minute or something here.
Oh, that's right. You're killing it. We're killing you here.
I'm killing my card. Hey, listen, in the cabin announcement.
Good afternoon, Carnival Horizon family. This announcement is for the following guests. To kindly contact the guest services. Sonia Alvarado. Edgar
This means,
Alvarado,
by the way, people, if you're listening, these are people who've been out on an excursion in the port and haven't made it back to the ship on time. That's why they're calling their names out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're hoping they get back to the ship. Please be on the ship and we don't know it. Please
and if they aren't back in a half an hour, that ship will leave them wherever they are.
They will be flying home from Curacao. If they we're in Curacao right now. So which makes me sad that I can't get off the ship, Joe. Did you?
We can't get off in Aruba and Curacao. The only place we can get off is the place we don't want to get off.
I love Aruba so much. I love Aruba so much.
That's
okay, last one.
I know. I know.
The passengers are all fine. They're all getting off and have a ball. Take a cruise, everybody. Carnival is your greatest.
We're not able. We're here.
We don't speak for Carnival, but it is and it's the safest place to be. We're being tested every 3 days. 99% of the crew is vaccinated. 98% of the passengers are vaccinated.
Yep.
Matter of fact, we wear these now. The crew wears contact tracers. So if anybody,
it's amazing actually. I mean, they really are.
Really? COVID or test positive, they know every person that person has been around for the last.
It is super proactive.
Super safe.
Every casino.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That is really smart.
Or every country music concert. All right, let's go on with number 9 here.
That's right. Yes. Garth Brooks. What kind of efforts do you put into spicing things up? What kind of efforts?
I don't know. Does a Batman costume count for anything?
I buy lube.
That's spicing things down. That's
sorry. You've never seen me. You've never seen me in my utility belt.
That's right. And the utilities that he can't even talk
about. All right. What does it say? Valentine's Days and birthdays extra special. Basically, anytime we do have sex is extra special. Let's see.
Do you guys get inspiration?
We're always getting inspiration.
And internet?
And
scrolling for inspiration.
There has been times when we've watched a TV show and all of a sudden there's like something sexy schmexy going on, and then all of a sudden we're like kind of, but I don't know if we get,
sure,
inspiration. You don't go, hey, let's do that.
No.
We watched that first Saw movie. Yeah, that really got us going.
We've actually we've eaten Indian food and then had sex, so I guess that's spicing it up a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Wow, you get the 4.
Yeah,
I don't think scene should have points. None. If it's unnecessary, if your sex life is so banging amazing that you don't ever need to spice it up because you're always so spiced anyway, you should get 100 points for that.
So I want you guys to give me one way that you spice things up.
Oh, you mean like, well, let's see. Music, candles, games. Those are 3 things.
What do you mean?
I come in and I say, I need it now.
There's that.
Is that role play? Is that like
you give it to me?
We don't do role playing.
In a way, role playing is very fun when you come up, just surprise her with a character that in the kitchen. You're like, I know I hired you to just cook the meal tonight, but I was wondering if maybe there's a little something extra. I don't want to push you. How
about,
but
he's all passive, like, well, I was kind of sort of.
Yeah. What about like?
Well, that's how you do it if you were trying to get somebody cooking a meal for you that you didn't know.
Right, there you go. That is. What? How about tonight? I'll let you call me by your ex's name. How's that one? Is that spicy?
Right. That's right.
Is that spicy? I don't know.
Honey, go open the closet. There's a surprise. I think you know him. It's Bob from work.
That's spicing things up.
That's spicy. You mean spicier than bringing your ex-husband in? I mean, I can't think of anything spicier than that. So, I don't know.
Hey, let me say to everybody before we go, if you want to donate to this show this week, you can, because I just spent $72 to do it. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and give me all your money, and you can say there's a button to donate to the comics, to the show, and I'll give part of the money to Joe, and I'll take the rest, and we'll give Donna nothing. Because she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want it.
Women's suppression once again.
Unbelievable.
That's right. But because you're more successful than we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We're going to try it again next week. This has worked. I think it's been great. This has been one of our best shows. I thank you guys very much. We're 50 minutes in. Bye. It's not even playing. Is it playing? Try again. Okay, you know how the show ends.